Good evening, good evening. Welcome to my channel, the Underrated Darkness. Oops, sorry. Let's do this again. Good evening. Welcome to my channel, the Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the number one grinder. One of the best kept secrets on social media. One of the best kept secrets on social media. The best of the business, better believe that. This is the Underrated Evening Talk, part 11. Hashtag the truth. Let's hashtag to no one grind. Let's do it again. This is an underrated Evening Talk, part 11. Hashtag the truth 2025. The number one grinder. Y'all can hear me, press one. Y'all can hear me, press one. Sister Sheila, how you doing? Sisterhood, better know it, Sheila. You're listening? Good. Thank you. Thanks. I appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Hope we can go get some people on here. We talk about a few stuff here. I'm gonna turn the camera back on. Thank you, sis. Turn the camera back on. And shout out to my Underrated One family. A shout out to No Duck Zone family, and shout out to LDBC family. Stafford Lions didn't know that. Thank you. I found out today that we're gonna have a new Nobel Peace Prize winner. It's a Venezuelan leader. Her name is Maria something. So shout out to Venezuela. It's good. Venezuela. So people don't know I coined the President Donald Trump Orange Crush 45 and again Orange Crush 47. You're very salty about it. And who cares? You know? But before I continue, I want to say this. When us as a people are going to get it together? I just want to know when. When are we going to get it together? I'm talking about being together, talk things out, make sure we good. I just want to know when. I could say, God, I do have some people support me. As you see, it's the sisterhood. Sister Sheila right here, and a few others. No? Then sometimes you talk about God. Yeah, people have a problem with it. Anything you try to do is good. With no fuss and nothing. And I want to ask this. How could a toxic person, it goes to man or woman? Man or woman. Why toxic? I just said why. Well, I said, toxicness really reigns supreme throughout social media. It really is. I mean, we cannot disagree at the same time, be adults about it, and still want that person to win. I can't be around messy people. Now, entertainment wise, hey, I view it from the distance. I can't be around no messy people, messy crowd. I can't be around that. No. Because what it says about me, if I preach it, be a better me, eternal learner. Now, if you see the people at entertainment, privilege entertainment, okay, see what it is. I hope that some people can come on tonight. We can talk about different stuff. But again, shout out to the Venezuelan leader. She a Nobel Peace Prize winner for this year. Congratulations. You know, on course 47. Then who are you talking about? Again, President Trump got some nerve to talk about weak presidents and stuff. Now, again, I don't have a fight of either party. Trust me, I don't have no fight for the people because no party had to have to me had done nothing for our people anyway. They did nada. Excuse me. So, but I thought, no thought, they refrained that. But Donald Trump, your party had all branches of government, right? Am I right, Sheila? If you still here at the sisterhood, Republicans had all branches of government, right? Put one, right? And trust me, all is the same. They're all the same. No, I'm saying, sis, that Article Course 47, better known to President Donald Trump, he was talking about that talking about presidents was bad before, like President Biden and President Obama, right? But the point I'm making is this: that your party right now, y'all in charge of all branches of government, right? Right, Sheila? Am I correct on that? First one, you understand. Orange Crush 47. And again, I am not taking up for them because, like I said, I got problems. I got problems with both parties. But what you have done, Orange Crush 47? You want to run this country as a business. You can. Good 12 valves. Welcome. Put this up here. This is what I don't understand. Why Orange Crush 47? Why are you complaining? I did this and I did that. You sending ICE to violate our communities all around this country? Want to come on 12 valves, you can. I'm saying you ain't no different from other presidents in the past. You're not. And I know people mad when I call President Trump Orange Crush 47. And you know what? And what you gonna do about it? Orange Crush 47. What you have done? How you feel, 12 hours?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
How are you, Underrated? So, what's the topic?
Well, wait, I know. We was talking about Orange Crush 47. You know who that is, right?
Yes, I know who you call him.
Yeah, exactly. It's just for me. Bro, Alonzo Hall, you want to come on? Come on up, bro. It's just for me, right? This no good Orange Crush 47 talking about other presidents, right? Excuse me, in the past. And I know Sister Mashona Knight, how you doing? Thanks for showing up. Sister Mashona Knight, thank you, right? But what I was explaining to Sheila, right? But y'all got all the branches of government. Am I right, Sister 12 Valves?
Yeah,
They got all the branches, right?
right.
So why are you getting mad for? And then this
But
is the
get mad
second.
about what? Who's getting mad?
Almost Coach 47 getting mad. Because he didn't
What,
get the
but what
Nobel
he getting
Peace
mad
Prize.
about? What happened?
Because I don't think because he didn't get the Nobel Peace Prize. Oh, the Nobel Peace Prize. No, I forgot to tell you. The Nobel Peace Prize won by this lady. Her name, first name is Maria. She is the leader of Venezuela. So shout out to her. Y'all can go look it up. My first name is Maria. And so he talking about I did this, I did that. What is you talking about? Orange
Oh,
Crush
hey, salute.
47?
Salute
You
Alonzo.
said,
He's like the real estate guru. And salute Miss Knight. Hi. Yeah. Hey, babe. Hey, everybody.
yeah, we got women up here, brother, Alonzo. Oh, you want to come through? Please come on up because we want to talk about insurance that goes with the government and everything. But this is what I'm saying. But you said ICE. But you said ICE violating our communities around this country.
Well, no, let's start with it was the Biden administration who allowed the violation because they did the open borders.
Okay, I
Kamala
get that.
didn't do what she was supposed to do. That vice
Right, I get
president
that.
we had did not do what she was supposed to do regarding the border control. And those crazy behind governors from Texas, Florida, and Arizona sent those migrants on planes to sanctuary cities, and nobody stopped them. Now that don't make no sense. So
Right.
tell me how we safe if people can put migrants that don't have no ID on planes and send them to different states. That mean they gotta have ID, right? Or you just telling me that they just broke all the rules to send the migrants on planes? None of that made sense to me. They were just pawns.
Okay, you're right.
How you send plane loads of people that's supposed to be undocumented? Make that make sense.
Yeah.
Make it make sense. How they got here? You flew people all the way from Arizona, Florida, and Texas to New York, Chicago, Washington. Come on now. And then when people got mad and started saying stop this, they put them on trains. So what's going on? What's really going on? What's really going on?
I get
They
what
were
you're
just trying
saying.
to show you. They were just trying to show you how incompetent the Biden administration was.
Right. I get what you're saying. Well, I want you to understand what I'm saying. And go more on your point is the continuation of this government, right? You actually right what I'm saying, but who's in charge right now that are pushing it? Biden administration. The Republican is. So y'all down with y'all down, you're putting a point, you're down with the Democrats. Brother official, thanks for coming. And so there's not knocking what Sister 12 Vows is saying. It just my point is this that we got a president, Article 27. I did this, I did that. But like what Sister 12 Vows explained, that comes from the Biden administration. So what is you really doing, Orange Cross 47? What is you really doing? And I'm gonna say to the Democrats though too. Do you have any kahunas? Do you have any heart? I mean, I see in 12 I can talk about it. I see on the internet Hakeem Jeffries. And now I'm not taking a shot, but I see Hakeem Jeffries talking about. But I'm just, you want to go after Orange Cross 47, stand.
I think he was talking about it a couple of streams ago how they was memeing Hakeem Jeffries, putting him in Mexican hats and stuff. Like, they was being very insulting because he's advocating for the migrants.
Yeah.
So childish because no matter what, they're humans and they deserve to be treated with dignity.
Who who need to feel dignity? What you talking about?
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. You talking about dignity? Who?
Um, why don't I see you live streaming? Wait, okay, I'm here. I'm here. Wait, at least I cancel. Um, Hakeem Jeffries is advocating for the migrants, making sure
Oh,
that they get treated with dignity and respect, right?
okay.
But on the same note, right, as we talk about Asada, and how she had to flee the country, right? And nobody was advocating for black people like the Black Panther Party, right? And then they want to say that the Black Panther Party, I'm going all over the place, right? But anyway, they want to say that the
Huh?
Black Panther Party was a threat to America, right?
Right.
When we was getting our communities burned down, not one of those KKK members got arrested. None of them are in federal prisons, right? For the the terror that they made in our communities. So what is going on here? Are we still considered one third or not as humans at all? Because we have had American terrorists terrorizing black people, former slaves, ever since Civil War. And who has paid for those crimes? That's what I want to know, because maybe I just don't know the history. Who paid for those crimes, JT?
Yeah, yeah, you know me. I'm on your side on that. I mean, right? You
They
know,
advocating so hard, advocating for the Asian hate. What about the African American? Uh, what about that hate? What about how we still getting hung in trees? We should not hear about anybody being hung in trees in
yeah,
2025, but yet we hear it, and then they don't even make that an issue. How is that not an issue when you make a crazy issue about seeing a swastika? You gonna go crazy
right.
about a swastika opposed to a man hanging? What kind of nonsense is this?
Yeah, and that's the thing that, as you know, that we've been talking about for, as you know, we know 12 hours, so we talk about this going on for years. And I can say 12 hours. I can say she part, you know, of the underrated one family. Do you agree with that?
Of course, day ones.
Oh, yeah, she's part of it. She's one of the day ones. She part of his family. Day one. So she know what I'm getting ready to say is true. Now, if I'm wrong, we have our little thing, but at the end of the day, that is my sister. And I've been saying this all time. And okay, I don't care what anybody said in this space or throughout social media and everything. If we don't stick up for ourselves as African Americans, we done. I don't want to hear no more of color because people of color had disrespect African Americans for a long time, and we was fighting for other people's rights back in the 60s, and what the hell we get for it?
We still don't have any kind of
Am
status.
I right?
You're right, because we should have a protected class status. You go crazy over Jews, you go crazy over Asians, we go crazy over um all these other groups. Hispanics, you got to talk in Spanish. You got to do this and that, right? We helping get them laws passed. But what is our agenda? What's the black agenda? What is the black agenda? That's what I want to know. Because once we had Obama in, affirmative action went out the door, right? We
Yeah.
got Biden in, we got DEI. Now Biden's out. Now DEI is out. So what's the black agenda? I just want to know. Because if you know that we are being discriminated upon as an advocate on our behalf, what are you promising that is going to happen for us? You know, instead of you talking about, okay, so like with New York, one of the things I have an issue with is that people that are running for mayor are arguing about the raise the age. So Cuomo supported raise the age, so kids at 14 and so forth. I'm sorry for the background. Teenagers that commit these heinous crimes and stuff don't get put in adult prisons, right? They want them to be in juvenile detentions. Sheila know about all of this stuff. Now, what I don't understand. Is there road rage going on? This guy just came out of his car. It's crazy. Anyway, God, please let peace be on the streets. Don't let nobody get killed. Amen. Anyway, so I'm torn with the whole raise the age stuff because they said what they do is they get these young kids to do these crimes so they know they're not gonna get punished, right? But
Right.
I'm saying, um, I don't want if we got a high number of wrongful convictions, people being put in jail like the Central Park Five, right? That was a mistake, right? So why am I gonna support when I know the system is broken and they target our children? Why would I support legislation to put them in adult prison? It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
So I support the raise the age. I don't want young people being put in prison, right? Then they talking about um we want to put more police out on the streets. Like when we already was talking about stop and frisk and all this stuff, we don't want our communities over police, right? But then at the same time, they say it's our community that got the guns. It's our community that keep having these senseless deaths for our young people. So what is the answer? Because if we get more police on the if we get more police, is it gonna support and assist with our community not losing our young black children, or is it just gonna have more deaths from by the police? You know, I'm torn. I'm torn with what is the answer because if we review what we have, if we got police that target wrongfully our youth, that's not helping. They already have bias toward our kids. Giving us more racist cops is not going to help.
Yeah. And
So what's the answer? What do I
you know,
support?
do you want me to answer that the best way I can?
I do. I do because we gotta vote for the mayor. I want to know who should
Okay.
I go with.
I think the thing is, right, I'm gonna sound probably old fashioned and hard. I'm gonna might say something that offend people. I think I'm a male chauvinist, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Black man, you gotta stand up being a black man. Black woman, you need to stand up being a black woman. We have to understand, and I'm talking about the Democrat Party now. And I'm glad you made these points, 12 hours. And I know people say, but you going back what you said, the Republican Party. I already said about the Republican Party. And they still in office, right? They in office, so they need to hold accountable for it. So I already said, I ain't talking about the ones in the chat or some people outside that listening, you understand, but I'm talking about the other ones outside. So if y'all ain't here when I was there, but maybe 20 minutes ago, that's on you. You have to wait until whatever time this live is finished. That's how I'm gonna put it that way. If you don't like it, tough. Can't do nothing to me anyway. No, but that's it, right? We have to understand what the Democrat Party. You can still get on. Still get on. You just gotta wait, wait. But this is the thing that see, I'm gonna use I'm a right? Besides love, right? We've been in politics for a long time. Now the ones that mean 12 vows, mean 12 vows, we know about this because she right? She always there for our peoples, right? She's a mother, right? Just at 12 vows, right? But understand this, right? When you say you fight our people. No, that's good. You know what I'm saying? They sometimes they so happy for that. But when they say, and you know the 12 vows, and Sister Sheila, and tell her if I'm right or wrong. But when you specifically said we need some for our black, young black boys and black men because they getting the short end of the stick, and we gotta make sure that they have stuff for them. You know what they you know what happened after that? Crickets. Hey,
Hey, can you hear me?
yes.
Okay. They,
Come back,
they,
12 hours.
I don't know if you wanted me to come up or not, but I felt like
Yeah, yeah,
coming up.
yeah. No. I'm glad you come up. I'm glad you come up. Yeah.
Yeah, Jesse's in the background. He's on another program, but he's listening to another program in the back. He says hi.
All right. Tell us hello. Peace.
Yes. Yeah. I would ask the sister. Who's that? Sister 12
Well,
Best. Yeah. I would ask. You say you got to vote for a mayor? What are the tangibles? What is that? Huh?
Wait, what about mayor? The mayor?
Yeah. You said you have to vote for a mayor. What tangibles are they offering you specifically, as a black woman, or what tangibles are any candidate offering? Because that's really what is important, before you vote on something so serious.
But that's what I'm concerned about because if and so one person is just we got two people. Well, so we have a mayor that wants to defund the police because he believes that the answer is not police. We need more social workers. We need more people that are gonna address the needs and the trauma that's going on in these communities. Right? I
Mm-hmm.
kinda support that as the social work, but we don't have to defund the
yeah.
police to do that, right? Then you
Mm-hmm.
have one that says we wanna increase the police. Okay, I do not support over policing if we already have police that demonize the children, even just demonize black people. So if they're not going through a psych evaluation, which they're not, we
Mm-hmm.
don't need that. We don't need that, right?
Right.
And I'm concerned about to raise the age, right? So one person, that's Cuomo, he's in support of keeping it. We don't put children with adult facilities, right? We don't
Right.
need
Right.
to do all that. I do support juvenile services, but at the same point, um, but what are we giving, making sure they have GED services? Are we, and it's not happening, right? So we still are not addressing core issues. I don't think any of them really are addressing core issues because we have social workers already that are overtaxed, right? So we have
Mm-hmm.
social workers that can't handle their caseload. Why can't we bring in additional caseworkers in general? Not defund the police, taking away security when we have an increase of violence, right? So we have violence because they don't have jobs. So we need job creation. We need skill sets, right? We need them to have the proper skill sets to have be able to get the jobs in the market because just getting your GED and you still can't handle a job, you don't have the skill set for the jobs that we have, is not helping us, right? So it's just
Right.
it's just still messy. What I really want is somebody that's sensitive to the issues of the people and that they want to help them and not demonize them. And I just don't feel any of them are giving me that.
So what city are you in? Mask.
I'm in New York. I'm in New
Oh,
York.
you're the it's Quobo Mandani.
Mondami and Saliva. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like what Madani was telling us was, this is my opinion, was a pipe dream. Like, it sounds good, but we've been noticing that the facts of the matter that all these Democrats, we've been living under their rule for God knows how long, and they say they're going to do stuff, but they end up allocating the money to whatever pet projects they got. They never take care of the people. And so what
No.
he's saying sounds good. It really is. It does sound good, but at the same time, it's almost like pandering. It would be pandering, and that's with any city. That's with any city. When you come up for mayors and things like that, they just say whatever they have to do to get the black vote and not really have black interest in mind. That's what I think. And I look at like what's the tangibles? What tangibles are you honestly gonna do specifically for black people of the city, not the immigrant population that came in, not the black diaspora. We're talking about actual black people, black women, black men, the unhoused that are black. You see what I'm saying? Because when all that stuff was going on, when the gates were wide open, they didn't care. No, none of these cities cared about the actual residents. You know, like we got ballot stuff coming up too in our city, and I'm like, there's gonna be a major low turnout because there's nothing tangible. Since
And what
whatever
and what
they
city is
want to
that?
hear. I'm
What
in
city are you
Colorado.
in?
I'm in Colorado with Jesse. I'm in Colorado. He lives in Denver, and I'm just a couple minutes out in Aurora. And there's no tangibles really for them to be pandering. The budget doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? It. That's when the influx came in. We like every other blue city or every any other blue democratic city. It kind of bankrupted the whole system, the whole
Which is
infrastructure.
crazy.
Right, and then they
And
have
it don't
money
make
for
no
other
sense.
things. Yeah.
Right. They have stuff for frivolous things, things that don't make no sense. And they don't even hold accountable the bank that owe money, right? So they make promises that they're
Hmm.
gonna allocate money to the communities, and they don't. Nobody holds them accountable.
Right.
They don't hold them accountable. They don't hold these. They don't get the tax. They give these people tax breaks to build in the area, but then they
Hmm.
make these promises that they're gonna do something in the community, and nobody holds them accountable. They don't do. They don't do
They
what they're
flooded the
supposed to do.
communities. They flooded our what they would consider broad and ambiguous terms. They flooded our communities with this immigration and whatnot, and to give them
Right.
so much and give the people that you couldn't take care of in the first place more disrespectful, like more disrespect. All these 501(c)(3)s that are meant to help the children after school, they got all the funding but no help. You got poor kids
Right.
outside talking about we have nowhere to go except to be out here on the street doing, whatever. And that's not like what are we signing up? What are we voting for if not for them to have a nice hot meal twice a day at school and an activity or two away from school? See what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
what are we doing with all these 501(c)(3)s? Well, they get to go on trips and act like they're heroes when you got young children going to city council talking about the police are now targeting us and we just want to go to the gym. You hear me? They
Right.
want to talk about that. It's crazy. I think they want us to beg.
But they also put money toward. They wanted. They wanted in like in New York, right? So they want to do a casino. They want to build these additional facilities for criminals. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
where's
this is
the
in a
where's
park.
they always want to do arenas, all these sports events that they don't
Hmm.
hold people 24 hours. So what are we really doing?
Vanity projects, and it's like they're everything's on credit. Like there's begging and credit, and the taxpayers are suffering. And then now with the government and shutdown, it's only really affecting us, and we're just making it look good. But it's really going to start affecting us when they started already here in Colorado. They took most of the housing away. It's like a hundred. And I don't quote me on it. Like 100 million or something like that away from
Oh my
housing. The vouchers. They shut down shelters that people are actually living in. And I'm thinking, all this man is doing is creating homelessness. So what did he really solve? All to do these massive stadiums. We got a women's soccer stadium coming up. We don't watch that
See,
shit.
and what and who is who is benefiting from facilities that don't house anybody. They don't house anybody. So they stay
Nope.
vacant until people use it. It's crazy to me to wait. Don't you agree? Underrated? That's crazy. You vacant places, people don't
Yeah,
stay. You only been in there for a couple of hours, maybe 10 hours. These are not. These are not. This is why do you prioritize that?
Yeah. That's why I'm not gonna vote because there's nothing tangible. I when I go to these town hall meetings with Jesse and stuff, I can't help but feel angry and irate and giving them the business of what they're not doing for you know Black Americans, especially women, children. They're sleeping in their car. They got careers. They work and still have to beg for a voucher. As they're telling city council right there with three little girls and the mother has a full time job, and they don't want to help her, but they're so willing to help illegal aliens. Still, you know what I mean?
That's
Still,
crazy. That's
they're
crazy.
giving $5,000 away as on an EBT card to them plus apartment. That's why I was like, I I can only get like $200 as a regular person on EBT. You know what I mean? Like for food and stuff. What the hell were they doing? Like that's magic. And then there's so much vitriol. It's like we have every right to be angry, and if we could vote them all out, we probably would. And like I asked Jesse today, I said, what happens when the corporate business burns to the ground? Because that's the United States. It's like a business. Everything's for sale and then not for sale.
I think it always goes back to accountability. Like who's holding who's accountable because like in New York, we have vouchers, right?
Yep,
But the caseworker will hold up the process for you to get your voucher. Because
yep,
if you identify a place, then they have to do an inspection to approve your place for you to get that voucher release. And they'll be
mhm,
acting like they busy to go do a to do the walkthrough, to do the and that's all BS. They
yeah,
doing that because they harassing. They always. It's just so crazy that we have people that are staffed that practice harassment, and then who's accountable to get these people reprimanded, get them written up, and get them out? You know what I'm saying?
yeah. It doesn't even happen when you do it. Like you could be complaining and putting in reports and stating, actual facts. These people like hold the keys to housing. They've been
Yes,
lying for like 10 years to the people. You know what I mean? To where the people get in places like what I'm living in, and they act like it's nothing. Like I'm like, no, we didn't do all this so that you could not appreciate having a place to live. You know what I mean? I appreciate it. Shit, I was outside. Like, thank you. I'll do everything in my power to keep it. But they just act like everybody just acts like it's whatever. And with this current condition, I don't know what to do. We can't count on the stock market. Can't count on nothing right now. It's just like everything's up in the air. There's no security, no safety net. Except just
right,
you know what I mean?
right.
Talk about.
That's not okay.
No, that's why I said I've been saying I don't want to go vote even in my city, my municipalities, because they don't care. None of them have a plan specifically for Black people. Period. They're all about the migrant crisis or some other shit. You know, it's not. It has nothing to do with housing, food, bills. Nobody can get a job, but yet if you're out in the street, you don't have a job or a place to live, they can arrest you.
But another problem is from my in my experience in advocacy is that we have people that are seniors on fixed income, mainly
Hmm.
at the when the issues are harping around the middle age and the youth. So I don't
Hmm.
understand why they're not reflected in like the town halls and stuff. Like the town halls that I have been to, there's people that are advocating are people that are not really directly impacted. They're on fixed incomes. They're not in the workforce no more. You know what I'm saying? And they
Yeah,
really advocating for their own benefits to not be cut off. They're not advocating for the people that are in the workforce who are struggling or whatever the case is. And I just think it's so crazy why it's so hard to engage the people that are impacted. Um, I just find it so disturbing, and
I
even
think
the
they don't
people
want
I
to look
talk
them in the
to.
face because they know they did wrong. They don't want to look. It's like they don't want to look at the. They should feel guilty. They should feel all kinds of ugly things for what they do to the people, especially elderly and most impacted right now. Like, what happened to the kids that were in Job Corps? They closed the Job Corps, all the Job Corps, and they sent them kids home. Some of them kids didn't have anywhere to go except for Job Corps, and they're out in the street like cold and freezing and s-
I know people have fought again. I thought there was a letter campaign that didn't restore it. I thought that got restored.
I don't remember ever hearing if it got restored or not. But I was curious because I went to Job Corps and I found good benefit in it. Plus, like when Jesse was running for office, we wanted to do something where the children could come out of these little miniature prisons. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Just they could do productive things if you actually spend time with them, but they want to spend time grooming them for shilling later. You know what I mean? They've been lately talking
right,
about grooming the youth, especially like high school children. You know what I mean?
right.
Grooming them for politics, and I'm like, we don't need that. Like, they need to be outside or taking up exercise or something. To burn off that stress. They're angry. Teenagers are angry. Everybody's angry. Nobody cares, and that's the sad part about it. I think.
Well, I think it's sad too that people don't want to even be interested in voting, right? So a lot of people are disinterested, right? They're not interested in being a part of the process because they don't feel that it reflects them, so they don't want to be bothered. But I don't. I just think that um, the more we stand out of the process, the less we are represented. I think it just makes us further and further away from being represented. You know what I mean? Like we become invisible. We are helping ourselves be invisible by not being a part of the process.
Yeah, yeah. Well, what do you think about Cuomo? Is this like his second time around?
So Cuomo was disgraced uh, as a governor, and so for whatever reason, he decided to run for mayor. And as a Democratic candidate, he did not win the party. Mandami did. So he
Mhm.
decided to stay in the race by going independent. I don't like people. First of all, I don't like it when people change their political affiliation just because they didn't become the party pick. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like if
yeah, yeah.
you began as an independent, I like that better, right?
Right.
But I don't have a problem with Eric Adams doing it because Eric Adams left his party to receive help when he got indicted, right? Right
Yeah,
away, that's going to give him problems anyway because he went to Trump for help. So his party, of course, is going to give him a hard time because he had the audacity to play up to the other party. So they done with him. They was already mad with him when he talked against the Biden administration about
yeah,
the way that they wouldn't release money for him to him for addressing the migrants. He said we are by law have to house these people, and I'm not getting the aid that I need. And he got he got on that
I,
S list, right? So
yeah,
him leaving the party is okay, but Cuomo, no. I
right.
don't. His party didn't pick him. He already was. He's just like right now. He's to me. He's trying to be a bully by saying, "Oh, I can stay in the game." Like, what you think about that? Underrated? Because you know Cuomo.
Homo has always been sneaky.
See, I
Is
don't.
there
I don't like that.
is there a
Como,
strategy to this?
Como is always a flippy flopper.
Yeah,
I never forget that he took the side of Giuliani. Now, anybody that knows Giuliani back then, He the one that took the stop and frisk to the next level. It was
Right.
not Florida. It was not Florida. It was New York. Florida follow up after that, but it was really New York. And he the one lock up a lot of people. Said black and brown people. Let's say he locked up a lot of African Americans for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then also he let other, like they say he was hard on organized crime. That he wasn't. He was letting them get by. And in other ethnic groups, you know, he was also letting other ethnic groups get in other law enforcement agencies without taking a test and proving themselves. So they can get guns and go out community and hurt ourselves. Not talking about not just New York City, but New York. Then at the same time, Como wasn't saying nothing about it. So for me, Como said, "Oh yeah." Now I say he's smart. Yeah, he is smart. He knows politics. I give him that. But when it comes to our people, we always last in New York City. I mean, New
And they
York,
say
period.
that, but they said that Cuomo has the same billionaire friends as Trump. Like they all, because see, we gotta always remember Trump was a Democrat. He changed his party because he wasn't getting nowhere, right?
Yeah,
So he was originally a Democrat, changed his party line to Republican. So of
Mm-hmm.
course they know the same people. You know what I mean? Because
yeah,
all he did was switch party lines. Then
right,
they say, "Oh, Cuomo, he's with the same billionaire friends that back Trump. He knows them." Da 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 da. They saying all that, but at the same time, I mean, why wouldn't they? They was in the same party line, and I don't like it when people don't talk like they know that. Like he was not always a Republican. He was a Democrat, switched over because the Democrats wasn't supporting him. So he went
right,
over to Republican so he could become a president because he wasn't going to be no president under the Democratic Party. And when he did switch over, did he become president? He had been running before and didn't go through. Once he switched over to Republican, he got in.
and think of like this though too. I'm gonna take this back, y'all. I want y'all because I'm all about history, so I'm gonna take it in perspective what Sister 12 Vows was talking about. Let's go, but when she was talking about Orange Crush, no, we ain't saying Trump. Fuck it, we gonna say Orange Crush 47. Orange Crush 47 was a registered Democrat more than a decade, almost 20 years. This is the same. This is the same Orange Crush 47. Talk about the Central Park jogger case back in 1989 because that's the same year my late father passed in 89. So I know in 1989 like the back of my hand. This
Rest in
is the
peace to
same
your
one,
dad.
Yeah.
huh?
Rest in power. Your father.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. That's the same. That's the same Orange Crush 45. They're talking about the four young brothers got caught. They was vindicated after that, right? They need to put them in a They need to get executed. This is the same Orange Crush 45 that start. And again, I'm not on Obama's side on this one, so I want people to understand this. Don't like Obama. I get to him in a few minutes. But anyway, get back to Orange Crush 47. This is the one started the birth up. Boom. All right. This is the same one along the way that started the stop and frisk.
Mm.
He was putting money in for that. Yes, he was. Now we talking about what Sister 12 Hours talking about being a Republican and all that. Because he couldn't get his way. No way could I get his way. Orange
No,
Crush.
he couldn't get in.
Orange
He
Crush,
couldn't get in
no
out of
good
Democrat.
40. Yeah, right. He's no good
Yeah, he
Orange
couldn't.
Crush 47. So we have to understand this is the history of a man. We gotta understand history. Now that's why I keep on telling people, you gotta when you deal with when you deal with people in politics, you gotta understand their history. When you understand their history, you can connect the dots. But it seems like I'm not talking about y'all in the chat, I'm not talking about people in the panel. I ain't talking about some people listening, but the other ones, y'all don't want to listen to me because you think I'm stupid. But I am not stupid because I have to understand history, because I have to understand myself. This is the same person come from family of the KKK. This is the same one that turned down African Americans for housing in this we got to stop believing it. Late 60s, going to the 70s. Brother Venus, how you doing? Thank you for coming, brother. Thank you for coming. This is the same one, right? That all along he was catching violations of how to do business and still getting paid off. Still getting money. Mm-hmm. This is the same one that rubbed shoulders with Joe Biden. Now, when people talk what about Joe Biden, good old messy hands. He got that slow hands for little girls and all that. But that's remains to be seen. But this is the same one that rubbed shoulders with the CIA back in the 1980s, was paying Nicaraguans to the Nicaraguan government to put drugs in our community back in the 1980s. They had the CIA, Oliver North.
And Biden is the one who authorized crack kits to be available for free in our communities.
Right. And so
because his son, yeah. So he was like, okay, we don't. They tried to put it on. We're not going to stigmatize our drug abusers. We're changing that whole thing. It's a medical issue. Blah blah blah. Remember, they changed it all. They tried to take the stigma away.
Right.
Changing it to harm reduction and everything. They don't even call it. They don't even put drugs. They just put harm reduction. It's very interesting.
That's a money grab too.
Yeah, so let me get back to slow hand biting. Now, I want people to go back here. I want you to please do your due diligence. If y'all remember the Dixiecrats, right? Anybody heard of the Dixiecrats?
Yes.
All right, the Dixiecrats really formed from the South of the late 1920s on. And his mentor was Strong Thurman. He the one started the Dixiecrats. That's when they said, "What is the Dixiecrats?" That's the one was very favorable of the Confederate flag, and the Confederate flag was dealing with the KKK. So they was putting in KKK policies, not for the South, but through this USA. I want people to understand it not just happened in the South. This was going through the whole USA. That's what Joe Biden, his mentor, is. So I say this, and I'm going to stick to it. That's why President Slow Hand Biden is a second generation Dixiecrat. I want people to understand that very loud and clear.
But also with that,
we dealing quite a few second and third generation Dixiecrats, but at the same time, they just want to hold slow. They just want to hide their hand. You gotta know the history, family.
But also with that,
look it up. Y'all gotta look up. And so we gotta understand that. You know, and that's why, like, when people talk about what I don't know about taco spots with VA, you know, that's another lot. But we'll get back. What I'm saying is this: that you have to understand.
But I want to add to what you were saying about him. A red flag is the term of office that they're in. Biden been in office for decades, and I think anybody that's been in office for decades is a red flag for corruption, because you've been in it too long. You know what I mean? He's just been in it too long. You just because you're not in no term limit. You know, you getting too much money.
So get back to the Dixiecrats. You gotta understand, family. These Dixiecrats was in office for decades and decades. These people have been in office for the Senate for 60 plus years, family. I want people to understand that. And anybody that comes with them and stuff like that, they ain't changed. They ain't changed, family. And I keep on telling people, stop thinking things happen in the South. The North was paying for it too. It was just different. It was all about politics and money in the North. Everybody was getting paid. Everybody was getting paid except us as African Americans. It's happening all through this country, all throughout the country, north, south, east, west. We was getting paid for. We was getting crumbs. I want people to understand that. People was getting hanged in New York. People was getting hanged in different parts of the country. Trust and believe. My late father drive trucks for a long time. And he said he's seen hangings all around this country. And you can't do nothing because they drive a truck and everything. So a picture you see somebody getting hanged in New York, getting hanged in Jersey, getting hanged in Florida. You go to the Midwest, getting hanged in Minnesota, Wisconsin, all that. But they wasn't talking about that, right? Because it was not reported. And then after you drive, you got to go back. So we have to understand, when we going to talk about our history, no matter you disagree with me and you don't, we got to study the history, what this USA is really all about. Because when I talk about hanging, but we dealing with people that do not care. But at the same time, go back on my point. Go back what I'm saying. Look what happened in 1964. We fought for the rights for everybody else. For everybody else. And who get the short end of the stick? African Americans. And I know people say, oh, you gotta work hard, you gotta get the same opportunity and stuff. Not everybody gonna get the same opportunity. But see what happened, they played on it to let us know that we all, I'm talking about us as a people, that we can get the same opportunity. Kind of find that it's not true. But look what they done. The East ethnic group had people that is unprivileged, classified. They get these jobs, and in their own way, they still hurting us. But we fought for the rights for everybody else. But what about our slab? Like the old people said, what about our slab of bacon? I don't even see the doggone bacon. I don't even see the doggone pig. And so what we have to do, us as a people, I know there are differences of us. I get it. There has to be a way in the near future that we got to come together, because you know why? Because a lot of ethnic groups is getting that slab of bacon from that pig that we fought for, right? And one way or the other, they have enslaved us and plus got reparations from us. And I want people to understand that. Excuse me. So whatever differences it is, we got to settle that quick. We got to come as a family, because we got to understand like this, because we fought a pig and we ain't got no doggone slab of bacon. We don't even get 1/3. Doggone it. This country still considered 3/5 of a citizen. And I don't care who you believe in. I don't care whatever it is. But I'm just saying like this. The rest of the ethnic groups is winning and we are losing. And we better get it together. And it goes for me too. We better get it together no matter what differences we have. We got to fight. because I'm gonna tell you, the ones that we see on TV, they not fighting for us. They fight for themselves. I'm back. There are a few doing it. I'm number to cheese. A few, but majority of them, they not fighting for us. And I think that's disappointing for me. When we gotta be willing to put our differences aside. We gotta be willing. We gotta be willing to work together, no matter what it is. Listen, I don't have to like you. Yo, Act, what's good? I want you to come up. I want you to come up because I want to talk about boxing a little bit, and I want your ladies to want to talk about boxing too. And so, but this
I'll be
is
right back. Underrated. I gotta take
okay.
care of something. I'll be right back.
So you famous after me.
Okay.
Good. So
I'm still here.
what I'm saying, okay. So what I'm saying is this: that we better get together. Because I'm telling you like this, and I'm being wholeheartedly goes to anybody. If you're not willing to put your differences aside, if you're not willing to where it goes from black man, black woman, if you're not willing to put your differences aside, if you're not willing to see that per just halfway, can't be with me. I'm sorry. Can't be with me because you actually let me know. Here, Act, you want to come up? Come on up, brother. Because like you can't work with me. It goes to it goes to anything in life. Black woman, you can't work with me. No, stay away from me. Stay the hell away from me. You don't have to get on to one. You didn't get on 12. Act, I want you to come up. I want to talk about the fight. We talk about everything on here. Won't you come up, Act? Okay, got you back.
I'm right here. You hear me?
Got you.
I see in the chat one of his people you're talking about. He didn't like the fact that Joe Biden gave Hunter a pardon without petitioning to be pardoned. But listen, that's his son, right?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. See, we see with black people, um, they act like they don't have authority to do things, and if they do, you get in trouble, right? But white people, they gonna take care of theirs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They're
but
not gonna
I
be
mean,
confused.
yeah,
Now you said
let's.
you was gonna tell us something about Obama. What was you gonna say about Obama?
I mean, Obama's the same fruit. What are we talking about? I mean, this is the same one. The Obama, this is the same one trying to chastise black men to vote for Kamala Harris in Pittsburgh. This is the same Tweety Bird. Tell us as African Americans that is straight that we could learn from a person that it alternative desires. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Brother Ack, how you doing, man?
Yo, what's going on? How you doing?
Yeah, you kind of low, brother. Can't hear you.
You can hear
Yeah,
me?
real low, but salute.
Y'all can hear me? Y'all can hear me?
Just a little more, brother.
All right, hold on. Let me try to turn this. Yes, sir. Y'all can hear me? Could y'all hear me?
Yeah, you hear you now.
Okay, okay. My mic was a little far away from me. Salute to the sister and salute to you always. Always. Now we doing.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Good night,
Salute. Thank you.
sister. Now, we're gonna get back into that, and 12 hours to get the boxing. See the fight,
Which one? Which
Bruce
one?
Ennis,
Oh, okay. Okay.
remember? Right? I seen it twice, 4 or 5 times,
Okay.
and I love it.
I know you love it. Everybody don't love what you love, though.
I love every minute of it. I do. You want
Let
one?
me let
Huh?
me let me educate y'all. You
Go
know,
ahead.
this thing where, and it shouldn't really be when it comes to this sport because of all the racial ties in boxing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think no other sport if you could correct me if I'm wrong, OG, has ties to slavery or Africans in America as much as boxing does.
Oh yeah.
Like we talking about King George the third days, like first championship belt made out of lion skin and gold.
Yeah.
You know that bare knuckles before it was even the Queensberry boxing the rules, that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, I like when people's talking about Boots and how he sparred with Canelo and him staying on cold. Let's just be real about everything.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that civil rights generation, niggas ain't been on cold, bro. I
Right.
know I'm young. I know a lot of these people, they parents, you know what I mean, is probably they old enough to be my parents, but I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't seen that since then. So I feel like the only people that have a right to be criticizing Boots when it comes to that is people from that era. If you're not from that civil rights era, I don't really want to hear it because I'm gonna be honest with you. My grandma and my grandpa, my mom's mom and father, they was really in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to like they watch Ali, and my mom as a baby was able to watch Ali and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. A lot of people wasn't there for that. They caught the aftermath for a lot of that. That's like people in the late 80s talking about Tyson. You wasn't really there. You wasn't there when he was in his prime. If you was
Right.
born in like 88, 89, 1990,
Right.
y'all wasn't really there like that. Y'all got the aftermath for Tyson. So I'm just saying that to say this. You know, I'm never gonna be against anybody being revolutionary. Always, you know what I mean, and forever be that way. There's nothing wrong with that.
No wrong.
But
Yeah.
my thing is when people start, putting their own schematics and things on it, like of that nature, and I just feel like, all right, bro, like boxers don't earn a lot of money like back in your days. Number one grinder, you know, they
Yep.
making a lot of money off of being a sparring partner,
Mm-hmm.
or or off of their endorsements, if they even get any endorsements.
And oh
Because
my
it's not
God,
like
you hitting
football.
something.
It's not like football. It's not like NBA. Go ahead. You can say you could chime in.
No,
I'm
no, cause
just
cause bro, you gotta keep in contact with me because I did a live finally underrated boxing talk, and I was talking about social content of boxing, what other fighters had to deal with in those times, bro. And I need you. I
oh
need
yeah.
you more. Yeah, yeah, because we gotta talk about. And also, brother, act. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. And I'm there on some fighters they didn't even get the gate.
Yeah, some of them didn't even get their gate. Some of them got promised they was gonna get paid something and won the fight and got paid another. So
Yeah,
it's a lot of
yeah.
shit like that.
It's a lot. Even like Joe, like let me and tell if I'm right or wrong. Let's not be correct. Joe Lewis, when he get the second time on the fight, right? It was a former heavyweight champion, Candyman, right? Y'all. Every time, and then he said every time he went in the fight, he got to get half of it, more than half to him
Yeah.
for the rest of his career. Now here's a person, one heavyweight time, that defended it over 20 times, right?
Mhm.
They fought for his country, right? In 1938, when he beat Maxwell in
Mhm.
1938, because that's the same year that my late mother was born, in Yankee Stadium in
Okay.
1938.
Okay.
He did everything with USA do, right? Patriotic, and still screwed him.
Yeah,
And
and that's and see, I'm glad you brought that up because that's why Ali turned out like how Ali was, because he seen that.
Right.
Ali talked about that. He said, I seen how they did him.
And then the worst part about it, right?
Hmm.
Now we talking about the early 70s. Almost 40 years he beat smelling, right? No, let me know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because y'all can hear some of this on my last underrated Boston tour. Y'all can go back, but I'm just repeating certain things. Let me go back then too. During World War II, right? We supposed to be enemies for the Germans, right? United States had them sitting in the front of the train, while our soldiers, especially African Americans, had to sit in the back,
That's what I'm saying, bro.
right?
That's what I'm saying. And then even
Shit.
if we even get in deep on that, like a lot of people don't even know we invented Memorial Day.
Come on,
They
man.
don't even know that. In World War I, we invented Memorial Day. A lot of black soldiers that couldn't honor they friends, they white friends, you know what I mean, had to do it in the background, and they did it behind people back, and it blew up and became a big thing. They was like, okay, we're gonna call this Memorial. Yeah, I know you're gonna call it Memorial Day. You're gonna call it whatever the fuck we tell you to call it, motherfucker. Know what I'm saying? Shit. So, um, we just don't get a lot of credit for a lot of things. And
And go more on the late great Joe Lewis, right?
mhm,
Pains me to say this, right?
yeah,
In the 70s, right?
mhm,
That I know about this little later on when I became like when I was 10, 11, because I did a book report on this. Coca-Cola was starting building a plant in Atlanta, Georgia. Guess they picked them as being a sponsor.
Joe Lewis.
Nope.
No, oh,
Max Smelling.
Max Mellon. Yeah, well,
Joe Lewis beat him almost 40 years before that.
that's fucked up. That's
Right?
a
Get
good point.
screwed.
That's a good point, though. That's a good point.
So when brother Act talking about this of people say, oh Boston don't go together with Potts. Oh yes, it does because we see fighters getting screwed.
Yeah, it do
They
go.
was not getting
It
the
go. It
gate.
go
They was getting
definitely
barely
together.
enough, not even to travel back. I want
It
you to
definitely.
understand that. And we want to go. I go one thing better. Look what happened to the late great Archie Moore. He had to go around the country and plus overseas, and he was a top contender of the middleweight and the light heavyweight for almost damn 20 years.
That's a fact.
Then he got his, I believe, 1951 and hold the belt almost 11 years.
You know what I'm saying? That.
Come on, y'all. But see, they don't want to
Yeah,
hear me.
you feel
I.
me? But
They
you
don't want to
right,
hear me. I.
cause he been wanted motherfucking Rocky Marciano. He been wanting him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he had to take him when he could take him, because he ain't have the motherfuckers backing him like Rocky Marciano had the Italians backing him. So
Rasta Realities. What's up, brother Rasta? What's good? Salute to the home.
yeah, salute.
But it's just again, they don't want to see. It's some,
And I remember him saying even realer story than that. I remember him talking about um when he was real young and his coach just had passed away. He had to rent a room. So I'm trying to paint a picture for y'all, because y'all gotta understand we in Jim Crow. So motherfuckers ain't just able to walk outside and skip to my loo and high five with each other. This ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Um, and he talked about how he had to rent a room in a bar house. White lady rented the room to him. He literally said, and think about it, he just lost his coach.
Mm.
And he's about to fight for a belt. So you don't want to miss out on that opportunity. No real fighter in their mind would. But he buys a room from a, I think maybe in the middle of the night when he got the room, he wakes up because he must be a light sleeper like me. And he woke up. Thank God he did, because we probably it would have been a short career for Archie Moore. It was Klans members maybe like 20 feet away from him. But he was able to hear them in time and pack his things up and bounce. The white lady was about to do him in. Y'all ain't understanding what I'm saying.
I do.
She took his money because we couldn't go, even if we had money back then, we couldn't be in the hotels that rich black people could be in now.
Say it. Because at that time, what Brother Ack was talking about, now we talking not racing, but now we talking about class. We was getting discriminated of class.
I'm saying, like,
That's crazy, is
a
he?
little bit of both always, but definitely then because he had the money. You know what I'm saying? He had more money than the average white dude. He was a contender. He was getting ready to get in the belt. But the thing that was fucked up about it was he didn't have the belt. Even if you had a belt back then, you still had to maneuver around. You couldn't stay in like those civilized white hotels.
Yeah.
It was an impossibility. So, you know, there's just certain things I just want to bring up, and I appreciate what my ancestors went through and how strong they
No,
were.
no, no, no. You don't have to be sorry. It's good to have these talks, brother, because these talks need to be had. Because as you know, brother, I be having these talks for a long time. You know me throughout the years, so you part of the family. So you like day one. But see, like how ain't nobody want to hear what I'm talking about, bro. Like I'm talking to space and shit. Like I don't know what I'm talking about in boxing or anything. I don't stick to boxing. They don't. It's like, come on. All you do your history.
Nah, you definitely know your shit. You
They don't. They're
definitely
not. But I don't. They don't. They don't put me up. They don't. They don't let me know nothing. They don't. But it's all right though. I do my own thing. I'm starting back the underrated boxing talk soon. I want you to be part of that because we're gonna talk about social content of boxing. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that shit. Y'all don't like it? I ain't talking about the ones in the chat. I'm talking about anybody watch boxing. Even I know you don't like it, you don't have to fucking come. I mean that shit. You don't have to fucking come. But I'm gonna come. Well, I'm gonna talk about that shit. Do your do your history, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man.
That's a fact. I mean, it's your channel, so people can't really be mad what you spew out because it's your channel at the end of the day. So
Yeah, I understand that, bro. But it's just that I had to say that because people think I'm just making. I'm not making shit up, man. I'm telling y'all, like brother Ack is talking about is accurate. But we should need to talk about that and then understand what's going on right now. But we don't want to do that, brother Ack.
yeah, you know, me personally, I like bringing up stuff from the past and the present. You know, so I think that's how it should be. You know, like because how you gonna be able? On what basis are you gonna really judge if you can't go to the past and the present? So that's just how I look at it.
Cause it's boring, brother Ack.
Mhm. I look at That's just how I feel. You know, nobody gotta listen to me. You gotta listen to how my Philly niggas say the young bull. The young bull.
Yeah, I do.
You gotta listen.
But
Yeah.
just understand though, what me and brother Ack is talking about, you gotta go back anyway. And you what you gonna say, yo, no one grind that brother Ack if you will, you're right. No, don't say we right now. And then it's the sad thing about it, y'all can Google the shit.
Fact.
You can Google it. I wouldn't recommend of certain stuff to Google it, but I'm talking about of beginning purposes. Yeah, you dig and do your homework, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Boston got a very ugly history of the stuff that Brother Act was talking about. Very ugly history. And the sad thing about it, we see these attitudes and politics is really there. Only different thing is just moderate. That's all it is.
Sir.
But Act. They know what they're gonna sell. No one grind don't know what he's talking about.
Nah, you know your shit, man. I don't know who would,
You don't know shit. Let's get my language.
I don't know who would be saying that.
Trust me, my brother. Trust me.
Yes, sir. But yeah, man. Number one grinder, man. I don't want you to think I was a stranger.
Nah. I know you had your Benny. No,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. I was, going through some things. Had to
Well,
deal.
you need to hit me on the horn, man. If we talk, but you know I'm here, brother.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Nah, I appreciate it.
I'm here, man. OG always
I
here,
had to,
man. He
I
never
had to
changed.
relocate. I had to relocate and all that. So, yeah. But it's cool. It's cool. I'm alive. I'm here. I'm kicking.
Is it far from location? I'm just asking.
It's far from where we from. Shit, this shit like a death. This shit like a wasteland. I feel like I'm in one of them old school '80s movies that you grew up on.
So let me ask you: are you nearby VA? Virginia?
I ain't gonna say I'm by VA, but I'm upstate. You know, you know, you know how we call it. Anything that ain't in the boroughs is upstate,
Upstate. Gotcha.
and it's not really that far. That's how crazy it is. It's really like 20 minutes from Harlem,
Oh, gotcha. I got you.
but that's just still upstate to me. I
Yeah,
see,
it is. Yeah,
I see
but
all
is
types
it
of
better?
girls, and fucking, seeing all type of shit I ain't never seen.
Mm. But how's your career coming along?
Oh, my career is chilling. I'm planning something. I ain't gonna say it. I don't want to jinx it, but
Okay.
something hopefully in Tennessee. Some hopefully in Tennessee. So,
Okay. Cool.
so
Yeah.
and
Cause over here, wherever you want, get off, man. You always come here. You invited. Just let me know ahead of time. We could drop it right here so we can support.
yeah, definitely, definitely. And even if I get something last minute and something fall through, I still will holler at you even after that.
Yeah, man. Cause I'm getting back in to do things that I used to do. Just I'm talking about some things. On one of the few things I want to talk about boxing in a different form again. Like I say, if I want you to be part of those, because I'm thinking about doing a series, or maybe not a series. No, I ain't say series, but some ongoing. I'm talking about.
Okay.
The
Well,
social
I got
content of boxing.
at this new spot that I started at. I got weekends off again. So like if you did want to do something like excuse me, Friday going into Saturday or Saturday, whatever, what I mean?
Okay.
Like them weekend days I'm good. Just
Yeah.
let
I'm
me
gonna
know.
reach out to you
Just let
because.
me know what we talking about ahead of time or what
Oh
fight.
yeah, definitely. Well, I'm letting you right now.
Yeah,
We're gonna talk about social content of boxing, and also when I talk about the we're gonna mix it up though. It's gonna be the same thing. I did talk about Thomas Hearns, compare Thomas Hearns to Sugar Ray Leonard second part of their career. And I said for me, Thomas Hearns had a better second part than Leonard because Thomas Hearns had more belts. He had longevity, and plus I had a greater appreciation. I've been had great appreciation, but I appreciate of the late great Emmanuel Stewart how change on Thomas Hearns. Instead, he was a boxer. He always was a boxer. But I said for me, and I'm saying as a boxer yourself, right? I'm just giving y'all a little so because all y'all got to do, I left it off right then and there, but I'm just going to give you a little of it so y'all come underrated boxing talk and I'll talk about the rest. It's just that for me, he became a technician.
Who you talking about? You talking about Tommy?
Thomas Hearns, yeah.
Yeah.
When I'm talking about technician, I'm talking about you he's how I say this. He let boxing be slower. And when he came slower, he could see how to slip up. I mean, he been on slip punches, but now Hearns steady knock you out with a right hand. Now he knock you out with left hand. He going to the body. He thinking. I mean, I'm not saying he wasn't thinking more, but it was longevity. You know, I give you case in point back in '85. The way he knocked out on Roberto Direct. Thinking. Oh, he already know he earned his right and everything, but if you look at the 80s, I mean, look at the 70s going to 80s.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
There's a difference because you see he throw more left hand. He using his left hand. Instead of the jab, he's using left. He used a hook. Start using a hook jab. Faking, go to the head, go to the body, set up with the right, then double up with the left, double up with uppercuts. You know what I'm saying? He would do. I'm not gonna say he was doing those things back then. He was, but he had more arsenal, and he always started one of the best rights ever. It just for me, it's like the first knockdown. A lot of people don't know it was an uppercut when he knocked Duran down. I believe it was a left uppercut, if I believe. So we're going to talk about that more. And with the social content, the fighters they had to go through in the past and then what they were thinking, what they had to overcome, we had to talk about that. And all the stuff that Brother Act is talking about, we're gonna throw that in too because it's very, very important. And I know that sometimes some people is boring, but these conversations need to be had. So I'm gonna take it as a leader to start these conversations on this part of boxing.
Nah, I hear you. You talking to a dude that's like 27, bro. So, like, when I could tell y'all shit that impressed me in Jim Crow, and a lot of y'all old enough to be my mom and dad, that's some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit that happened with Archie Moore, that shit impressed the shit out of me. I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
That shit really happened to you, and you paid that lady straight up, and she still did that shit to you? Shit is real.
Yeah, and that's Jim Crow. See what the brother told you, talking about back in the 50s, and still had to defend his title.
That's what I'm saying. He lost his coach.
Lost his coach, right?
His coach just died. You know what I'm saying? And he still had to keep going through. And still got the highest knockout ratio in boxing
Ever. I think in his career, not over 140.
Yeah, he got the most.
Got the most.
Highest knockout ratio.
God damn.
Yeah.
And then
Gonna
and
be hard
then
to beat because you ain't got no more 15 rounders,
nope.
and people ain't fighting as many rounds as even when he was fighting. So,
And then also too, I'm gonna say some other fighters too. You got the great Sandy Sadler. He was a champion, I believe, featherweight and super featherweight. He had 103 knockouts.
yeah, he fought Sandy Sadler. He fought, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think he fought Joe Louis.
But I know Sandy Sadler fought Willie Pep about 3 or 4 times. And Willie Pep, a lot of people don't know, Willie Pep won over 200 something fights in his career. There are people saying that he's one of the best defensive fighters ever. Willie Pep, white guy, Willie Pep. His real name is Pettis. Bettis.
He was Italian, right?
I believe it was Italian, yes. Then you got I forgot the boxing name. Coming up, he's from the Black Murderers. He had 99 knockouts in his career. What his name? He's one of the famous of the Black Murderers. He had 99 knockouts.
I don't know if you talking about uh, Charlie Burley or it was a lot.
They said one of the best fighters ever. He had over 99 knockouts. You got quite a few fighters, but you know the best of them all the knockouts is Archie Moore, the late great Archie Moore. You got few fighters had like doggone 80 knockouts. I think Henry also, the late great Henry also, I think he up there too. Nah, and they fought it. They fight it in impossible times. These are fighters that fought 6 or 7 times out the week, sometimes more
Yeah,
than that.
yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying.
30, 40 rounds. Just barely enough, barely not even feed their family, feed themselves, but you know, they have family, they have to. But we gonna talk about those times, man. Cause y'all, cause some of y'all people understand, man. All this, I mean, whatever you want to talk about in boxing, I understand that. I'm not saying you're wrong, but we gotta talk about social times, man. We gotta put some respect of the fighters that paid the way.
Yep, and I agree with you 100%.
You got Jake LaMotta, yeah, Jet stinks, yeah, the Jet stinks, Eagle fan. You right, and so. You got even other fighters don't
He
look
said
like a
the
paid
Jets.
away, like Jake LaMotta and other ones. We don't they don't talk about it. Like,
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. I mean, like I said, man, like hopefully we could make some things happen every once in a while. And excuse me, you just let me know about
okay, I'm
yeah,
gonna reach out to you like this week, but I want you to hit me up before the week is out because we gotta talk, brother. I want to make sure that you're all right, brother.
yeah, definitely.
At the end of the day, you still my brother. And at the
I
end
know,
of the day, you
I know,
family.
I know. Hey, I always got mad love and respect for you.
Yeah.
And definitely, I'm show up more. You know what I mean? Because I'm sturdy, like us young folks say, we getting sturdy. You know what I mean? So we're real sturdy right now, and I'm okay.
Just thinks, yeah. I know 12, bro. I don't even want to talk about that.
I don't even want to talk about the Giants, but at least
Right, right, right.
at least we got
Go
that
to New
dub over
York
the
team. We
Eagles.
we we, we
Got
ain't
that
gonna
dub
talk
over the
about it. No.
Eagles. Appreciate it. Oh, but yo, appreciate you. I just wanted to stop by real quick talk some real boxing shit with you real quick.
Thank you.
Get at me. You know what I mean? My line is, I mean, like I'm back. Now I'm back. I'm fully active. So just holler at
Okay,
me.
but before you get on, I do want to talk about this. We ain't really talk about the fight. That Bruce Ennis did. I'm gonna say my what I feel. Tell me if I'm right or wrong and everything. I mean, this the fought that Gerald Bruce Ennis fought. He never got knocked out. One of the top in the 154. He made easy work of him. Um, and I know people, oh, he was supposed to do that, but and then they're talking about Virgil Ortiz is next, but Virgil Ortiz gonna fight sometime in November. And I said for me, that should be the next fight.
Um,
What do you think about?
that's funny because my bro D man asked me the same. He said, "Act, how you look at Boots right now? We know we haven't heard your boxing presence. I look at it like this. Yes, of course, I want to see him annihilate Virgil. You know, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't. After this touch up that he had, Boots don't got no reason unless people is really ducking him. And he just normally people don't duck you like that when you just move up because they're like, oh, you ain't used to this. You fighting dudes more your size, you know. So it's a different energy. But I feel like this. I feel like after what I seen,
Mm-hmm.
Boots looked phenomenal. I'm talking
Yes.
about shout out to Harlem. Half man, half amazing when I was a kid. I don't know if niggas
Mhm.
know about half man, half amazing. You know what I mean? Unless you watch N1 mixtape. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all know about half man, half amazing. But that's what Boots looked like to me. The boxing version of that. Like I'm talking N1 tricks. He could throw shit behind his back without looking and stop shit. Like he was on that type of shit. So I'll say that to say this. I gotta really see somebody put Boots down for me to believe he gonna. I don't care if people saying he ducking, he playing reindeer games. I gotta see. I gotta see. Because right now, even at 154, and I know that dude he fought wasn't shit. Still, a nigga that's that talented can make a dude really look like that. Really can.
But let me ask you this question, bro. It should be no excuse of ducking now. There's fights in 154. You know that, I know that.
Yeah, to
There's
me,
fights.
that's my favorite division
Yeah.
in boxing. Because
That's why I said to you.
but look, but
Because I
let me
know
ask
that's your
you
favorite.
something.
Right.
Let me ask you this: Does that give the right for somebody like that's your contemporary, like Erickson Lubin, and I love Erickson Lubin, to say shit like, "Oh, Boot should have came in the game
Yo,
because
you know what? I
he,
thank you
he could
so much
fight. He,
because
he could
I
fight
because
anybody."
Clarence
Nigga, how
McLean,
you
right?
gonna
Clarence
say
McLean,
that?
somebody
And
did
you
say
had a
about
title shot.
what Evan Rubin said. I want you to say it again because this is the first time I heard it.
Erickson Lubin was talking about how Boots should have came in the game fighting people, but it's crazy that, and I love Erickson Lubin,
Right.
for him to say something like that is very hypocritical.
Critical, right.
How can you say that and you was the mandatory to the dude nobody wants to fight in that weight division, Makran Bakhtaliev,
Yup.
Russian dude who packed up Tim Zoo's son, who packed up Tim Zoo. I'm sorry, and you right after that situation, You became the mandatory when you fought your last fight. And you went in and you went and go for Virgil because you knew Virgil was easier than that.
Right.
You ducked too. You not slick. Only other person that bought this up, and I can't even say bought it up because I haven't been on the airwaves, is D Free. Shout out to D Free.
Yeah, D free. Yeah.
D Free is the only person that I listen to that bought this shit up, but they not gonna get at him, but they gonna get at him. That's why I don't talk boxing as much no more. And I'm not even on the YouTube no more. Like I'm on Kick. If y'all want to follow me and y'all want to talk about any and everything, y'all follow your boy Acavelli on Kick. Yeah,
You on TikTok?
no, I'm on Kick.
Okay. Yeah, you got to send me the link, man,
Yeah,
so I can.
yeah. Kick is a whole nother platform where we can play music. You ain't gotta worry about getting copyrighted.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We got to talk about that.
I'm not even coming back. I'll come back if I'm collabing with somebody else. But as far as me,
Yeah, Eagle fan in chat. He said Eagle Kick is great. Okay. Yeah, shout out to D Free. Yeah, it's a lot of it. But you did talk about a lot of hypocrisy. Quite a hypocrisy. In boxing, and you Ruben, come on, man, you know better than that. Why are you gonna say something like that? Now, let me say this though, right? Virgil Hill gonna fire Ruben, right? Oh, in November, right?
Virgil Ortiz.
Right? So Ruben, I'm gonna tell you this:
He's
you better make easy work of OTs, but if not, you be looking real
That's
bad.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The way you talking, bro, you better that Virgil Ortiz fight better not be hard at all. And Virgil ain't whack. Virgil's one of the top dudes at 50.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you better not let that Mexican nigga wax your ass.
And also, I
You
did
better let
heard
a Russian
for
do it for a bigger check.
right, and also I heard on shout out to brother Clarence McLean. His channel is No Ducks. So I want you to go
Oh
check
yeah,
it
yeah,
out.
no
Great,
joke,
great,
man. No
great,
joke. Yeah,
great,
I salute
great
him.
channel. And they were talking about somebody took a picture of Ruben, makes like he's short and stuff like that.
Said somebody took a picture of Lubin.
So I think yeah, something like that.
I mean,
I want to take a picture and he tore it up and
him
stuff.
and Virgil look the same size, so he about 5'9", 5'10". I don't consider a 5'9", 5'10". I'm not the tallest dude myself. I'm a 5'7" dude, but 5'9", 5'10" dude ain't that tall. If you ain't 6 foot or better, you're not really that tall. That's what I always was told. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
So all I'm just saying that year first from here, right? You my witness. And I'm saying this today is the 14th of October. Ruben, you better make quick work of OTs because I'm
I
telling you,
agree. I agree.
OTs is a tough out. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, he ain't whack. He ain't whack.
Right, he's not.
I don't think he's the best, like they hyping him up
No,
to be, but he ain't whack.
but he's tough out, bro.
He definitely one of the top dudes. You definitely can't come in there half training because he got a gas tank. So you got to be careful.
Ruben, you better come in the best shape in your life. You better back it up because I'm telling you right now,
Yeah,
OTs can wash you up. I'm
that's why I gotta, like I said, I gotta salute the homie D Free because D Free was the only one
yeah,
that,
shout
like,
out to
D
D
Free
Free,
dead
right?
ass kept
Talk
it a
about D
stand.
Free.
He was thinking just like me. I'm like, nigga, how you talking? You didn't even fight Bachram. You didn't fight
So
Bachram.
we could say that's a duck, right?
Yeah, that's a duck. You
That's a
can't talk
duck. There you
about
go.
because
That's a duck.
he didn't say Boots was a duck, but you said it without saying it. You
Right.
literally said, "Oh, like, oh," but you was talking about you wanted to fight this person and that person. Why you ain't fight him when you first came in the division? So you calling the nigga a dub. You calling him a dub.
Right.
So bet. So if he a dub, win this fight, and then you fight Boots.
I mean, like,
I don't even mind that. I think
no, I don't.
I
But
think
I'm.
Boots should fight for a belt next. It's not even play around because I don't think any of those in between dudes that's around grabbing the title and stuff, they're not gonna do nothing for him. It's not gonna do
So let me ask you a question, bro. If Boot Ennis is successful, that I think he is, right? To 154, right? Do you think you're gonna see some more ducking?
what from him.
Yeah.
Um, I can't, the boxing game is funny. I don't think I'm gonna keep it real. I think if after he gets a belt, right? I think if something doesn't happen, it's not gonna be because of him.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's gonna be because of business, and that happens with a lot of people that we can't talk about. Duck. I don't think he's going to duck because I ain't gonna tell you to take pennies. I'm from New York, so I ain't gonna tell you
Right.
no pennies. Fuck that. You get punched in your head, you could get hit the wrong way, and it ain't
You
nothing.
could die in the sport.
Exactly. So people thinking all of that. Oh, why won't he just fight him? Nah, nah. The math got to match. But like I
But
said,
I would say this, bro, right?
yeah, go ahead.
I really believe, not to be wrong, but you're gonna hear it first from Underrated, right? From this channel, right? If it go down information like this, you hear it first from here. You can bank it right here. If Bruce Ennis is successful in 154, right? And I'm saying he get the necessary fights and he's born. I could see him to go to 160 within a year and a half.
I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong.
Not a year and a half, but within a year and a half. It might be a little less than that, but I'm just saying
You might be
because
right.
if we look at 160, right?
Because I looked at him at 154 and I'm like, damn, that's you right.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. He's still young.
Well, I wouldn't, I don't know. Maybe because we disagree.
Okay, I could be all right. Let me. All right,
I
let me.
don't consider,
How
all
old he is
right,
right
let
now?
me tell you something. I don't consider nothing 25 or better young.
Okay, okay, he's 25. No, he's not young. Okay,
No, he's 28.
I thought he's younger than that. Okay,
Nah, yeah, he had
my mistake. All right, 25 is not young at all. So that's like he coming to his prime. It's safe to say that.
What I consider young in boxing is like 20, 19. I don't even consider 21 and 22, depending on how much amateur.
Okay, so 25, that's his prime. That's safe to say
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. 25 is prime for a guy. For a girl, it's like
25 is prime.
to
So,
me,
so
for a female, 30.
okay, cool. So 25 is prime, right? Okay. Now that's the beginning of his prime. It's safe to say that. So I'm just saying, like this, I don't see Bulls still stay there for long. I just don't. I think
I don't disagree.
160.
I don't disagree with you because I
I
see.
think if we see like 160, there is maybe some good fights.
No, he that division is easier than this one.
Right, exactly. 154 is to me of the weight class right now. It's very competitive. I'm saying also I'm gonna put it how he put it this out here too, brother. There, I believe there is going to be someone ones in 135 gonna move to 140, and the ones in 140 gonna move to
Yeah,
140 gonna move to 147.
it's how old. It's how it goes. I don't know about like Tank and Shakur because I feel like they meant to stay there. knows? You never know. Tank
The
could
way I'm saying, the way I 135, I'm saying what I've seen for the last few years, the way I 135, 140, it's like musical chairs.
yeah.
And even like 147, I mean 147, you know, is it? And I'm just saying that you got Virgil Ortiz and then you got Boost. I mean, but I still say 147 could be competitive though too. It still be competitive, but that one. But I'm just saying 154. There is fights. So I'm just saying, Uber, you better be Virgil Ortiz. Because if not, I'm going to cook you. I'm going to have a very special, underrated boxing talk that I'm going to cook you. I'm going to cook you, or I'm going to cook you. And I know there's going to be some people that going to like what I do, but I'm going to cook you. Oh, I'm going to cook you. And then I'm just saying, and let's be honest here, if he lose, we always want to fight Virgil Ortiz, want to fight Boost in it because we was waiting for them. We hope they was going to do it in 147 anyway.
Yeah, that's what was really.
That's what we wanted it.
Not, to be honest with you, I ain't complaining if we get it at 154.
Right, I'm not complaining either.
If we get it at whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't complaining about that. I just want him to put his paws on Virgil Ortiz so we could knock this deal off. It should have been done.
Mm-hmm. That's what I want to see too.
And shoot, I don't know. Virgil be ducking too because he didn't want to fight Xander. He didn't want to fight my young Puerto Rican homeboy.
All right, and that's a good point.
He's
And
scared of
and I remember now. Tell me, brother, Act. You know, you could you can correct me. I don't know. I know it came. I know it came from his camp. It didn't come from him. Did somebody said when he fought Boots Ennis, it said give him another 48 months?
Oh yeah. Nah, that was said. That was said. It was by Virgil's dad.
There you go. Now it looked Virgil real bad now because people say, but you can't wait. But it came from his camp. Virgil ain't come out and said, no, I still want to fight him. He was quiet.
And that was when they was at 47. When they was at 47.
So I'm just saying, we was with the Virgil Hill. If you want, if I'm saying you want Boost now. We don't want to hear. We don't want to hear if you beat Yumba. We don't want to hear. Oh, we got no, because Boost Ennis had call you out, Virgil Ortiz.
Nah, you know what? Boots got through his homework assignment.
Yep.
Now let's see what happened with Virgil.
There you go, Virgil's on you. November the 8th. I believe November the 8th.
Yeah, it's November something.
I think November 8th. If it's November 8th, I'm sorry to bring it up. That's the day that my younger brother passed in 2019.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. If it's November 8th, yeah. So they find November 8th. I don't know why watch the fight. I probably do commentary on it. The best if it's on November the 8th. So
yeah, you always watch it and then talk about it
yeah,
later.
I probably do it like the if it's I believe for November 8th, but but I'm just saying. Thank you, Sister 12. Always appreciate that. But I'm saying that Virgil Hill, we gonna give him room, but Virgil Hill, Virgil Ortiz.
Yeah, Virgil Ortiz.
If you beat him, you don't have to worry about us bringing up 48 months. What your father said.
He beat Boots. He got the keys to the city.
Yeah.
I know he from Dallas, but I'm gonna give him the keys to New York. Like I'm the mayor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Bro. There's nothing I can say. That's but this is what I'm saying though.
Yeah, I can't say nothing.
Yeah, I'm saying, but Virgil, but this is what I'm saying, Virgil. You want boost, you get boost. But I'm just saying like this. Virgil Hill, get through November. That's all we saying. Get through November. It should be 7 to 8 months down the line. I said about, tell me if I'm right, brother. I said between September, October, y'all should be fighting. Is it safe to say that?
When he fight November,
I mean, we got Virgil Hill fighting November, right?
so maybe I say March.
March, okay.
Yeah, like February, March, April.
No, I say that because you right. But I'm just saying, well, you know how some fighters want to take some time off, and so it's not what it used to be. But I would say March, yes, March or April, give and take.
Yeah,
It should, right?
it should, because they both signed up with Turkey.
Oh yeah, that should be March or April then, right?
Mhm.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is this: what brother Aki is absolutely right. You know, Boost did his thing. Now Virgil did your thing. March or April, springtime. Why not? Right?
No, that's a fact.
Why not? March or April. You know, maybe it may, but I'm just saying March or April. That's all I can say. You got November, December, January, February, March. 4 months. Now people gonna say, but you know they need more time. But come on now, they
Niggas do not need more time.
don't need more time. No, you don't.
Niggas is in their late 20s. Niggas, think about it. Niggas in your era used to fight in their early to mid 20s.
Yes,
So what are we
it's
talking?
a fight every 3 months.
Ain't even just that. I'm talking about like when you got Hearns and you got Sugar Ray. They that first one in like 81, they was like in a mid early 20s. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What was we talking about? Ali
Mm-hmm.
for the title, he was 22.
Right.
2 years old. You know what I'm
You
saying?
got Wilfred Benitez, right? He the
Wolf
youngest
Benitez was
person, won
17.
a world
Youngest,
title when he was
youngest
18.
ever. Nobody's doing that again.
No.
Nobody's ever gonna do that. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. 17 years old, WBA champion, Puerto Rico.
17. More, but yeah, right.
Wilfred Benitez, born in the Bronx, raised in Puerto Rico. You never see it. Never see it.
And whenever we talk about the greats, we don't talk about Wilfred Benitez.
To me, he one of my favorite Puerto Rican fighters.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good point.
That's why they
Puerto
put him
Rican
in the ring.
fighters, they don't mention Benitez. I don't know why, but it should. He should be among. Well, yeah, I mean, he should be a standard, especially Puerto Rican boxers. He should be the standard.
You know, I'm a little biased, so I'm gonna say Hector Camacho. But y'all know where Hector Camacho.
Yeah, okay.
You
You
know
know,
what?
Camacho from New York too. I get it, but you understand what I'm saying, right?
I get you. From East Side.
Oh, hey, and you know what? We did in Puerto Rican fighters. They don't even talk about Camacho either.
Yeah, because Camacho, he had a crazy life. He actually, you could make a movie about his shit.
Yeah.
You could make a movie about his shit.
But you know, by him, that I mean, like, I mean, he's flashy, but Macho man, God, yo, this motherfucker fight. But he look at you flashy and stuff like, oh, you go like he can knock you out with any punch, he can slip. I mean, like but when we talk about Puerto Rican fighters and stuff, I wish people would put more respect of the late great Hector Camacho and I think Benitez still living, but like the last time that he was like got caught a stroke, right?
Yeah, he's bedridden.
Huh?
Yeah, you're right.
He's like a vegetable, right?
I don't know about. He might be, but I know he was bedridden.
Yeah, bedridden, right.
Like he was doing.
So shout out to him. But we got to talk about we're gonna talk about stuff like that too with Brother Act, because there are people of different ethnic groups of boxing. They just want to pick ones that, you know what I'm saying, brother, for the last 30 years. But what about the ones before them? We don't talk about the ones who that started, just like go back for the Puerto Rican fighters. I mentioned Benitez and then my brother here mentioned Hector Camacho. But we talk about other Puerto Rican fighters. But what about them two? And these I had they fought, right. They fought in they won in multiple weight classes. When the rounds was 15,
Yeah,
it wasn't 12, it was 15. Mandatory. So, but we gonna talk about that, you know, more about that. But brother Eagle fan, if you want to come up and talk about the Jets, let me know. If not, I'm gonna close this out because I could stay on a few more minutes. If you want to talk about the Jets, but please go to my brother channel, brother Act.
yeah,
But
yeah.
please go to his channel. You still do the movies and stuff like that?
Um, well, what I'm doing is I'm on a new site. If y'all don't know about it, it's called pick.com, and I'll be over there.
Okay.
I could be myself. I could.
Yeah, send me the link, brother, because I definitely want to support you. Cause maybe I can get a link up there, because because it's like I'm restricted. And also too, brother, check out I'm on TikTok. Check out TikTok, bro.
Okay, okay. I find you over there. I'm over there.
Be on TikTok, man. You could do something. Cause matter of fact, I was on TikTok, but somebody hacked in my first account, so I had to make a whole new account. So I gotta put some more stuff on there and do some lives and stuff, and do some. I'm saying that, yeah, you be so. I mean, sometimes it depends, like what you do, like that. I just see something, something like need to get on because it's the way how certain parts of social media right now they being very picky. It seems like toxic and nonsense is the move. When you tell the truth and stuff, they want to penalize you. You cannot say this. If a person's a fuck boy, you cannot say fuck boy. If the girl she do what she want, you can't even say that. I mean, like, go on. If this how they present themselves, that's on them. It's like, come on. But
Yeah, hell yeah. I get
it's tired of it, man.
you.
I don't know what people think that, you know, be negative is just okay.
Yeah. No, I get you. I get you. That's just how the world works. Appreciate all of y'all. Appreciate all y'all support. Gonna be checking bro out. Hopefully I'll be able to catch him and we can give y'all more game.
Are you going, brother? Are you going straight to bed?
I gotta get up for work, but
What time? Okay.
yeah, but email me. I could get them now. I could get whatever.
Yeah. Well, after this, I'm gonna email. I'm gonna email my number. Okay.
Okay.
So if you want to reach out to me a few minutes now, if not, it can be another day. No problem. Make a difference because I'm getting ready to close this out. I think Eagle fan left because I want to talk about the. I can't even talk about the Jets and the Giants. I can't do it. That's a waste of time. I can't do it. You know, we just gonna leave it like this. Last of all, please, brother.
Yeah. Again, appreciate you. Um, definitely get at you, bro, and you take care of yourself. And y'all keep supporting my bro.
Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Stay right there. If this is the last of underrated evening talk, thank you. 12 vows come up. Thanks for the sister to come up. Um, thanks for the people participating in the chat. Very much appreciate. Yeah, everything you say about Eagle fans, Jets, totally agree. I'm not even gonna talk about it. But please share this out. Subscribe. You know, it's free. I got in this, put a comment. It's free. You want to donate, PayPal's in the description, and also my cash app in the description. You want to donate, that'd be very much appreciated. Because whatever I get, it goes right back to the channel. So I appreciate that. On behalf of my channel, The Underrated Darkness, yours truly, the #1 grinder, one of the best kept secrets on social media. Believe that. Yes, I am. And this is the last of the Underrated Evening Talk Part 11. Hashtag the truth 2025. #1 grinder. Good morning to y'all. Might come back in a few hours. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. But I'll probably come back. All right. Y'all be safe out there in the morning because the crazies is out there. And we don't want nothing to happen to you. So please think for yourselves, or even the crazy guy, think for them, because they not playing with a full deck. And we want y'all to travel safe, no matter if you try by yourself or other people, trying to be safe the best you can. Because this president, what I'm talking about, Donald Trump, the Orange Crush 47, he don't care. Also, the Democrat Party, they don't care. Thank you so much, sister. Shona Knight, because I know at times, young ladies like you, 12 vows and stuff, y'all have to try by yourself. Please, y'all be safe. Please be safe out there. Brothers like me also try by myself. Please be safe. I know sometimes you want to go out and want to have you a beer, and you want to go. Well, I can't get no beer because of Virginia, from 12 to 6, you can't get no beer. So after 6, you can get you a beer or wine. So they closed that out. But, but the other place, I know it's crazy out there. But please, it's always been crazy, but just take care of yourselves. Please, let me turn the camera on so see. Please take care of yourselves. There's some more things happen to us as a people. Again, they think USA is like, they not. USA, you're not. She ain't right. And we got to see USA for what it is. That's all I can say. But you have a good night. Thank y'all for your support. Very much appreciated. And keep on pushing for the truth. Stand in the truth. Not my truth, not your truth, but the truth. Say it and stand on it. You have a blessed morning. This one is Ghost. Why you see me in a few hours? Get some good sleep. Wake up present in the morning. Say your prayers. Reach out for the loved ones. You know, reach out to the ones that might know how they notice. Reach out to let them know that you're thinking about them, you love them. Very important, all right? This one is Ghost. Thank y'all. Last Underrated Evening Talk, part 11. Thank y'all. Part 12 will be soon. Peace. Good morning. Ghost out. Hey.